I was a music major for about a month and a half. And was unable to. I mean, when it got to time signatures, what's the difference between a 3/4 and a 6/3? You know. Oh, this is a Friday matinee on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.
You're George, I'm T.
Yeah, right. And
no, but music was the one thing where math made sense. It was logical, it was ordered, and there was something very beautiful about it. But when I got into some of the other math, it's like I just
reading music and stuff like that. That was my downfall. It's like I can play music, I can play by ear, do all this stuff, but when I had to actually try and learn it, it's like every good boy does fine.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like I was dyslexic, and suddenly I was really, really, really bad at math. I just went with what I heard.
Teaching music, you know when you're a kid and you're learning phonics, or you learn whole word, the Dolch. I don't know if you remember, like the Dolch word list, where things like you can't sound the out. The is the, and a lot of that with music, it's the same thing. You start to see blocks of things, and when that happens, then the light bulb goes off.
Like when I've been in musicals, I just take the lyric sheet, because if I tried to read along with the music,
make it crazy.
Like, no, that's a dotted eighth, George, and that's a coda. Go back. I'm like, what? You know,
yeah.
I got to flip back over. Wait, what verse are we on? I have such trouble with that. But if I have them right in front of me, I just pick it up by my ear.
I feel that way about dance choreography.
Okay.
I don't quite,
box step, grapevine, box step. Anyway, we're talking about music because
we have a guest with us today, and music is one of the things I think. First of all, I was probably one of the saddest people when music was not part of the school system, because for a lot of people, music is probably a Rosetta Stone to a lot of really beautiful things. Listening to music, playing music, and for some people in life, music becomes this thing they only do when they're young, they'll do when they're kids, or they take the lessons, and then they sort of lose that. And I've always been of the mindset that music is something that should be a part of your everyday.
And that's starting to come back in schools and stuff too.
And it is starting to come back in schools. People are starting, I think, to understand sort of the therapy
there's a cognitive,
of it.
Yeah, it's a way also of like when I'm doing stuff, I'm editing or doing anything outside of the realm here. If I don't put music on, I can't focus.
Okay, and there are a lot of really great benefits, but the idea that music truly, it's across the board, it's for everyone, it's for all ages. I don't think anyone should ever stop making music or having it in their life. And we have with us today, we're going to talk about a group called My Friends Band. I'm going to lead you to the website first, because you're going to want to learn their music. myfriendsband.net. It's an LA-based band, and it's kind of unique because every member in this band is a multi-instrumentalist. So a lot of people, I play piano or I play guitar. These people, they play multiple instruments. They don't play them
all at once, though, right?
Not that I know of. Okay, maybe you could play guitar and harmonica same time.
Yeah.
They write and sing their own songs, and they're also over 50 years old.
Wow, I did not know that. I saw that on the calendar. I'm like, okay, T's Friends Band is coming. You just
because it said My Friends Band.
Yeah. But,
now, what's nice is once you go see them, you can tell everyone it's My Friends Band. But it's not, it's everybody's band. Let's keep going.
Keep going. Yes, thank you. We have with us from My Friends Band, Janine with us. Good morning and welcome, or good afternoon, I should say. Welcome to the Hometown Morning Show.
Thank you so much.
And the audience is cheering.
So
get right up on that mic.
There we are.
And so now, how did the band come to be?
Okay, there's a Santa Clarita connection, actually. I not only do I play music, I paint, I do art, and I do acting. And I was working on a show called NCIS about 5 years ago.
Which is shot out here.
Right, it was shot out here. It still is.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to talking with one of the sound guys in the sound department. His name's Jeffrey Hefner, and we started talking music. Both of us playing in bands for many years, and I told him, I'm turning 50. I've got a ringing in my right ear. I can't really play loud music anymore, so I don't play out anymore. And I was kind of commiserating, and poor me. And I said, I'm 50 years old. I'm getting too old for this. And he goes, well, I'm 60. At that time, he was 58 or 59. And I said, well, that was my excuse. I can't use that now. He was so inspirational to me. He said, you're never too old. If you love doing something, don't stop just because of a number.
Yeah, hello, Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
and
many.
but I love that the stigma on that has changed, because you and I both know back in the day, there was the old, don't trust anyone over 30, and bands sort of
Right.
aged out. They stopped playing by the time they
That's a
were
good point.
late 20s. And there wasn't a lot of acceptance for the older musician. Now, certain genres of music, oh yeah, they were all about the George Jones but for example, rock and a lot of the, that was, for some reason, that was not okay. And I am so happy that people like the Rolling Stones and these other groups, Aerosmith, that are still touring. It's just completely tore the lid off that. And there never comes a point, as long as you can draw breath,
Right.
and that you can't make music. And it should
Absolutely.
it should be that way. So I love that you guys are doing what you're doing.
Thanks.
Now, you all came to this, and your ears stopped ringing. Has that happened?
No, I have tinnitus in
You
my
do have
right ear.
tinnitus.
I always will. I just played way too loud on stage with drummers. I'm a bassist, so the drummer's right next to me, and they love to be loud, and I don't blame them. But at the same time, it caused harm. So now the music we do is more acoustic rock, and we, are influenced by Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Neil Young and Bob Dylan, and more folk music, Beatles. We still.
And you just did an event here. You guys play locally?
Right. At the VU a couple nights ago. It was great. It was a lot of
Right
fun.
around the corner.
And this was for a fundraiser for the Castaic Animal Shelter. Yay,
Right.
good for you guys to do that. I love that you did that.
Yeah.
And you play other places. I mean, it's
Yeah, we got a gig up in Pismo a couple years ago, and it was sort of by chance. My sister Lisa lives up there. She got us this gig. Next thing you know, it's like becomes a regular gig, and we're traveling up to Pismo a couple times.
look at you guys
That's
touring
what
up
a
the
terrible place
Yeah,
to go. I'm
boo-hoo.
sorry you have to go to Pismo.
It's been fun, but we do want to play more locally, and we're kind of starting to do that.
And you're
now.
from Santa Clarita.
I've lived here for about 15 years now. I love it. We live up in Bouquet Canyon Road, my husband and I. And I used to work for the city of Santa Clarita, helping to put on arts and events there. And gosh, I just have a lot of ties to this city. So I love it here. And
It's your home, and that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Now you started the group. Now you met this person.
Right.
He
Oh,
says, "Let's
right.
let's play." You're never too old. And how did it spool from that?
He told me that, he said, I've got a bass player. It's not quite working out in my band. I said, let me give you my phone number. If it doesn't work out with him, call me, and maybe we can get together. And that's how it started. And then he had a friend, Kelly Rush, who also has worked in the film industry forever as a sound guy, and he joined in. They had been playing together before, and then my friend Lonnie, who I'd been playing with forever, we brought her in. She plays cajon, and she sings and writes also, and it was just one of those things where we all just sort of it was pretty magical. I mean, the first day we all rehearsed, we did this harmonizing of, we felt like Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. We looked at each other like, wow, we've
worked.
got something here, something
Crosby,
special.
Stills, Nash and Young, of course, from historically, you had Stephen Stills, who had been in Buffalo Springfield, was a little
and one of
disillusioned
the
with it.
best
You
voices
had
ever.
David Crosby, who was kicked out of the Byrds, and you had Graham Nash, who was very disillusioned.
Great voice.
Graham Nash was very disillusioned with the Hollies, and especially he pitched Marrakesh Express to them, and they were like, they did a version of it that was really bad. And so hanging out in Laurel Canyon, they got together. So just to give a little historical reference.
That's right.
Just to get a little historical reference on that. So,
And we do have a dream, and I'm not expecting you to fulfill this dream today if you can't, but none of us have ever had one of our songs on the radio. So.
oh, darn. Just so happens we have a CD. Now, I will tell you, though, Janine, that this is with our new studio. We've been here a couple months,
Okay.
and this is the first time that I'll be using the CD player here.
Okay.
So we may
So
hiccup
it still
a
may
little.
not happen.
So
Might have
is
to help us
there
back,
a
maybe.
song that you'd like to...
Well, I think Never Too Old to Rock is pretty appropriate, and Kelly
Never
wrote
Too
it because
Old to
it's got a
Rock.
great message.
I'm going to set that up. Keep talking.
Yeah, and one of the other songs that I liked your Fighting the Good Fight.
Thanks.
Now, you guys wrote these. I'm going to go through and read some of the titles. Fighting the Good Fight, which I think is just every day. Never Too Old to Rock. Oh, yeah, that's every day. River Road. I'm curious to where that came from. Here I Am. Timber. Oh, some days it feels like that. Beat up, bent, and broken definitely feels like that. Before you ask, The Peso, Devil's Playground, Whiskey is Your Only Friend, After All, and The Misses Don't Like It. Now, and I'm going down and I'm sort of looking at who wrote what, and it was Jeffrey. This is who wrote it. This is
correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Jeffrey Hefner wrote The Misses Don't Like It. He's got Craig Williams, it says, on saxophone, and it's funny to see who wrote what.
Yes.
Whiskey is Your Only Friend. Oh, that was Kelly. Devil's Playground. Oh, that was you. The titles.
Right.
Beat Up, Bent, and Broken. Oh, Kelly. the titles are. I'm hoping they're not terribly autobiographical. But tell me, what are we going to play? We're gonna
play Never Too Old to Rock,
which is really your motto.
It really is.
It's what you guys decided you were going to.
And you can fill in the blank. I mean, you're never too old to start your own company, never too old to try acting, never too old to
you're not dead yet.
Go to Italy. You're
not dead yet.
Keep on going. And I think that some people who do start, abusing drugs or alcohol sometimes do that because they somehow stop believing in themselves.
I will say, though, sometimes that you may be too old to wear spandex. That's probably the only time.
There are some limits.
So let's set this up. Go ahead and intro it because I need to slide over to where the CD player
So
is.
Never Too Old to Rock. And tell me, everybody's playing on this?
Right. Kelly Rush wrote it. He's very prolific. He wrote it after, we all joined up, and I think that it's our anthem song.
All right, so here it is. Never Too Old to Rock by My Friends Band. You can find them at myfriendsband.net.
The world broadcast premiere.
Bum, bum, bum. As he pushes the buttons and makes things happen.
You're never too old to rock. And even though you've slowed your walk, you're never too old to rock. Yeah, just because you're getting on in years, you still got a lot to say. So hold on tight, have no fear, we're gonna rock the night away. Well, you might think I'm crazy, and I'm all hype and talk, but just remember this, my friend, you're never too old to rock. Never too old to love. You're never too old to love. As sure as there's a God above, you're never too old to love. Yeah, just because your hair's done gray, that don't mean a thing. You live in love another day, and that is why I sing. I know your broken heart has been drugged right through the mud, but it's not too late to take a chance. You're never too old to love. All right now. Never too old to care. You're never too old to care. And even when life don't seem fair, you're never too old to care. Yeah, just because your life's gone south, you don't give a damn. But you should care, I'll show you how, 'cause I'm a loving man. Well, I know the love we'll have is one that we'll both share. So show me how you really feel. You're never too You're never too old to rock. You're never too old to rock.
There we are. They're back.
20 KHTS, You were listening to My Friends Band. They are a Los Angeles-based band, actually very Santa Clarita-centric. They work out here. They play out here. They just did an event at the VU where they were raising funds for the Castaic Animal Shelter. We're here talking with Janine Cooper-Ayers. And do we want to hear, can we hear one? Do we have time for one more? Do number 9.
Number 9.
A lot of people like to think of Hollywood and Los Angeles in particular as the devil's playground. So not true. It's just full of talent. I think those are the haters. They're jealous.
And this is Devil's Playground?
Devil's Playground.
From
My Friends Band. They can be your friend too. Find them on myfriendsband.net.
Tell you why. You get my sense of humor. You're another psychedelic boomer. You've got me talking to myself. Don't think I have to tell you what I'm thinking, and why I'm drinking, and why I'm sinking down, down, down to the devil's playground. You've got a way of moving. It's a funky sort of way of grooving. I'm trying not to think about you. It's not an easy thing to do, 'cause you understand my passions, that I'm not into the latest fashions. You've got me tossing in my bed. Won't you get out of my head? Stop running around in my head. I'll meet you on the devil's playground. Tell you what I'm thinking, and why I'm drinking, and why I'm sinking down, down, down to the devil's playground. To the devil's playground. Cause you get my sense of humor. You're another psilocybin boomer. You got me talking in my sleep. Don't think I have to tell you what I'm thinking, and why I'm drinking, and why I'm sinking down, down, down to the devil's playground. I'll meet you on the devil's playground. Oh, I'll meet you on the devil's playground. The devil's playground.
Devil's Playground, My Friends Band. That's Janine Cooper Ayers.
Right, she
on
wrote
vocals.
it. She sang it. You can catch them at myfriendsband.net, and please book them. They are available. The number to call is 713-9946. And very fun music. You guys definitely sound like you're having a good time doing what you're doing.
Definitely. We love it.
All right, well, Janine, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank
and,
you.
I will treasure my autographed copy. This is great.
Yes.
Thank you, George. Thank you, T.
This
from all of us.
is a Friday Matinee on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. We'll be right back with the wrap-up. Welcome back to the Friday Matinee on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm George.
I'm T.
Kind of wrap up. Now, I like the idea because it's true. Some people think, oh, rock and roll, that's a young person's game and whatever. But there are things that, like getting into things in your midlife that you think you'd be too old for. I mean, I was in my late-ish 40s coming back into radio after kind of doing it in college. Well, that was what I majored in. So, I mean, it's things like that. You're never too old to radio.
You're never too old to really do anything. You're not dead yet. Heart's still beating. You know, there's so many, people have so many gifts I don't think they are sometimes aware of. And maybe people haven't pointed that out. But I think once you can have the opportunity to sit down, and honestly, I got to say, the idea that My Friend's Band is doing what they're doing and their songwriting, there's a lot of experience and salt that goes in the stew when
And they know their
when you're
rock and roll
older.
history.
And they know their
So-
history, yeah. And they've got great icons that they're looking up to, that they pick as their inspiration.
And also, you're never too old to be a rancho here in California. See what I did there? Rancho Camulos.
I love Rancho Camulos.
I mispronounce that every year
Such
until
a
they come
sweet
and correct
spot.
me. That is located just 12 miles outside of the 5 freeway, 2 miles from Piru on the 126. And it really is, I mean, aside from the fundraisers, there are things that next weekend you can go there and see the museum. You can even book it for weddings and other stuff. So
And it's so worth it. But next Sunday is actually, Saturday night is a fundraiser. It's a beautiful, lovely grown-up event. But Sunday is a family event, and the idea that you get to see sort of history in motion. They'll have the people portraying various characters throughout history, the activities for the children. It really is something, if your children were born in California, take them to this.
Yes.
Photograph them at this place and
Legoland
touch
is
that
fine.
history. Yeah, but this is history.
And it's a little cheaper, too.
$5 on Sunday is the entrance. And you can learn more by going again to Rancho Camulos, ranchocamulos.org. And it's
CAMULOS.
exactly, ranchocamulos.org.
Well, that was the Friday Matinee. Stick around for tea at 3 o'clock. She'll take you home from 3 to 7. Well, have a good one. And stick around for My Conscious Dad coming up after this.